What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for Coupedebol Sports. Right, lads, I'm looking at 3 horses tomorrow. 2 of them are big prices. One is 11 to 1. One is 10 to 1. And one is, I don't know what price this one will be, but should be around maybe a 2 to 1 or 9 to 4 shot. In the big race in Sandown. I come without the fab. I'll come to that in a second. Let's just recap today. Really nice to take on that favourite in Linkfield with a nice Neandra. Thought she was a really nice filly on debut, and just knew she could improve past the horse rated. That's around that 78. However, I was worried on her second start. She was so green the first day. I was worried that she mightn't handle Linkfield, but you know, no issues there. She's had a nice little gap in between runs, and she won well. She was much the best, and she was as big as 13 to 2 before the off. A lot of the lads message, so I hope everyone in the Patreon service was on Neandra as well. We should have had a beauty. I had one tip on the service today. I went for a horse in Wetherby, and went 3 points win on him, and unfortunately I think we left the race behind us. Just the jockey dropped in, which was perfect. He was just taking his time, and then 4 or 5 of them got racing down the back straight. And if he had just set behind them, it just makes no sense to me. What is so natural to any you know, looking in, is just when the 4 or 5 took each other on, all he had to do was stay there, and he would have won. Won without coming off the bridle. However, he decided to come from the back of the field and join into the battle for the thing. He ends up from going from being dropped into in front, coming out of the back straight far too early. We're a couple of lengths clear over the last, and we just tie up close home. So look, we had the best horse in the race by a country mile, but unfortunately our jockey must have had a date tonight and was in a hurry to get home. But look, it happens. But look, we were on the best horse, just didn't get the rub of the green on the day, and a little bit sick. Would have been a nice little touch, especially after having a cracking winner on the YouTube. Right, not to worry, we move on to tomorrow, and we try and kick him in the nuts at the weekend. Right, so I am looking at... Right, there's a couple of interesting angles, so bear with me. In the first race in Wincanton, in the 11:45, this horse is trained by Tom George. Now, I am a little bit worried because Tom George's horses are in and out of form. He had a winner the other day, one of my 5 to follow horses, Job's Green Lad. He won at 9 to 1. However, a lot of the other horses are running poor, but good horses, you know, nice horses are nice horses, and let's just hope that the cloud isn't over the stable. I'm going for 2 of his horses in the midst of a bit of a cloud over the stable. Therefore, the prices are pretty decent. So I'm going to take a chance that maybe Tom George's stable might be able to turn a corner and get back to winning ways. Right, I'm going to take a chance. Great Dange, or whatever it's called, in the 11:45 at Wincanton. Now, there's a very interesting flat recruit, a very high class horse coming off the flat here, Future Investment. Now, Future Investment, I'm going to take him out of the equation, so I'm going to go each way without the favourite. So he's an 11 to 1 shot straight, but you might get 8 to 1, 7 to 1 without the favourite. I don't know, shop around. I can't really, the bookies haven't really got much up at the minute. I can't get that without the favourite angle, but he's an 11 to 1 shot in the 11:45 Wincanton. So we go a point each way. Great Dange without the fav. So look, he was running a really nice race the last day, and he got brought down, and I think he might be able to get that place for us at least, and taking the favourite out of the race, it could be anything. Definitely an exciting recruit to hurdles. I think we have a legitimate shot at maybe getting a result. Right, then we're going to move on to the... Right, the 1:30 in Wincanton. This is another Tom George horse. Now, I tipped up Pittsburgh at 20 to 1 last week, and he got the win for us. And Pittsburgh is at the head of this market. He's around a 15 to 4 shot, 7 to 2. It's been well backed again. However, we got him at 20 to 1. I'm not interested. He can go and win 5 more if he wants. Got the dough off him the last day. I'm going to take a chance. I see Paddy Powers are paying, I hate mentioning bookies, but they're going 5 places 8 to 1, and other firms are going 4 places 10 to 1. So Coupedebol, or whatever, however you pronounce it, Coupedebol, 130. This is another Tom George horse. You can get the 8 to 1 5 places, 10 to 1 4 places, whichever you can get your hands on. I'm going to go a pint each way that this horse is off a mark of 106, and connections will be hoping that he's a better horse than this grade. Now, I will say one thing. He had a run back in Newbury in a decent race behind I Am Maximus, which very good run, but however, it was his first run for the year, but he has had 3.5 weeks in between, so he hasn't been chucked out real early, but he could bounce. But however, off a mark of 106, connections are going to be looking for this nice grey horse to show something. So if he doesn't bounce, and if the stable's horses aren't a little under the weather, I think Coupedebol each way, the 5 places 8 to 1, or a pint each way, 10 to 1 4 places. Right, and then I'm going to go with Shall We Have One More in the 225 at Sandown without the favourite. Should be around the 9 to 4 shot, I'd say. We'll go a pint win. Shall We Have One More without the favourite. Now, this is a brilliant race. Constitution Hill is definitely a horse on the up. Really dynamite performance. However, I'm just going to take him out of the race. And Shall We Have One More? I'm sure the Moore team have done a lot of work with this horse in the meantime. He is quirky, but he is an aeroplane. Now, I'm just going to take a chance that maybe tomorrow, if there's not much pace, maybe he might let him just bowl along in front, or else I'd like to see him do one or the other. Just bowl along in front or drop in, 3 or 4 lengths last, walk out 3 or 4 lengths last, get him settled, because he has so many gears. Getting 2 horses won't be a problem. Getting there too soon, too keen will be a problem. But if there was no pace, I would just let him slide along, controlled gallop in front. But if not, I'd like to see him dropped out. But this is a very good horse, lads. Mark my words on that. I just don't know tomorrow if he can get it together. But if he can get it together, he'll give any horse a race. I know that. Right, they're my 3 for tomorrow. Like I said, just take it easy. It's Saturday, but I'm going to go with, in the 11.45, Great Dange, 11 to 1 without the favourite. See what price you can get. He's 11 to 1 now. And Shall We Have One More, 225 without the favourite. And Coupedebol, 135 Wincanton, around the 10 to 1 shot, 4 places and a 5 places on 8 to 1 shot, pint each way. Right, lads, stay tuned, stay following. Hope you enjoyed that winner today. Should have had another one on the service, just not to be traded long odds on and running, just to get done out with late after hitting the front too soon. But that's the way we go. We're going to be back on track, and looking forward to a good weekend. Right, take care, God bless, bet safe.